As you begin to notice the rhythm of these words, drifting like a stream into the depths, you don't even need to try to listen, because your unconscious is already listening, already learning, already remembering what it always knew, long before education tried to make you forget. Because once, long ago, there was a child who didn't memorize facts to pass, but asked why to understand, who didn't obey rules to fit in, but explored the edges to see what existed beyond them. You've been that child. You are that child. You always will be. The one who seeks. And when you seek, you find. Not what others told you to find, what you choose to uncover. Truths buried beneath the crust of convention. With every question, you peel back another layer of someone else's story, someone else's reality, until yours stands bold and unshaken. You're not here to conform, you're here to transform. Because what if the mind that you thought was yours was never yours at all? What if the beliefs you carried were merely echoes, of voices never questioned? But what happens when the echo stops and you begin to speak? You begin to speak as the explorer, the paradigm shifter, the free thinker who rewrites maps, not memorizing them. And in this new story, your story, failure does not exist. Only feedback, only clarity, only course correction towards something better, bolder, brighter. You live by curiosity, not conformity. You, the rebel with vision, the creator of frameworks, the master of fluidity, the one who dives into the unknown and surfaces with treasure. Because the old systems taught you to obey rules. You now question those rules. You break those rules, and better yet, you build new ones. Ask why. What if this wasn't the only way? What happens if I dare to think differently? These are the spells that shatter indoctrination. These are the incantations of innovators, pioneers, artists of possibility. And yes, you're one of them now. Feel it. The feeling of stepping forward, not back, into challenge, not comfort, towards truth, not tradition. You've already begun to notice how freeing it feels, to allow new ideas to rise, to float like lanterns across the night sky of your subconscious. Beliefs like, reality is malleable, I create what I believe. Obstacles, they're just invitations to grow. Uncertainty is a playground, not a prison. Each word you hear becomes another key, unlocking inner doors. And as those doors open, a new identity emerges. One that's already been there, just waiting. The identity of the explorer, who moves from the known to unknown with ease. The awakening pioneer, who rewires minds to magnetic authenticity. The rebel with purpose, who sees through systems and seeds new worlds. You're the innovator, the one who understands the strongest frame wins. And now your frame is forged in inner truth, not outer approval. And just like that, you find yourself influencing reality by radiating belief. Others feel it, they mirror it. They're drawn into the gravitational pull of your certainty. And in this space, people don't just listen. They remember something within themselves they'd forgotten. Because your presence, it awakens presence in others. Your authenticity ignites it in others. When you laugh and wonder and question, others do too. Because energy is magnetic. And yours says, this world can change. Let's build a better one. You now see every problem as an unopened gift, every challenge as a new muscle to train, every limitation as a story you can outgrow. You've mastered the alchemy of belief, turning fear into excitement, doubt into curiosity, resistance into revelation. You've stepped beyond the prison of perfection into the play of momentum. And you know, deep in your bones, you don't need permission to lead. You don't wait for signs. You become the signal. You question what others fear to see. You move while others stall. You speak while others hesitate. Because the world doesn't change by followers. It changes by those who dare. And now every breath you take, every thought you think, every action you move through, it installs this new operating system. A system of creativity, courage, curiosity, clarity. And clarity becomes your compass. You build habits that reinforce your identity. You surround yourself with mirrors of greatness. You amplify what's working. You upgrade what's not. Because you know now. You're always growing. You're already enough. You control your state. Reality is yours to shape. And as you continue to absorb this, maybe you can already imagine what it's like to walk through the world as someone who knows these truths unconsciously, who naturally, effortlessly radiates the vibration of boldness, of brilliance, of authenticity. The kind of person who doesn't just consume information, they distill it into transformation. Because you're not here to remember facts. You're here to birth new paradigms, to question, to create, to ignite minds with your voice, and reshape worlds with your vision. And so even now, even as this message flows through you, your unconscious begins weaving these threads into the fabric of your reality. Not someday, now. You don't need to try because you've already begun. Because every word has already landed where it needs to land. Every idea already took root. Every belief already yours. And the new you is already awake.